Welcome back, everybody, to Present Company Included, the podcast with the three of us plus a guest. As always, I am Grizz, joined by Gleeman and Rhino Rocks, and today we
Hello.
have the immense pleasure to be joined by OcNo, Occultist Notitia. I think I pronounced that right.
Yeah.
How are you doing tonight, OcNo?
Good, man. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, happy to have you. Just for those that might not have been familiar with your content before, I want to tell everyone just a little bit about what you do and where they can find you.
I don't know what I do, man. I don't know. I don't really have like a niche thing I do. I do music and Christian content, and then I make a lot of videos that are silly willy-nilly, and yeah,
I've greatly enjoyed your silly content lately. That makes no sense.
Oh yeah, Gleeman really likes my old stuff. The Gleeman used to swoon over all my grilled salmon videos and just beg me for more of those daily. So he's like, "When are you coming out with the next one?" I was like, "Gleeman, I think you should chill out."
What
I'm
is this
requesting
slander? What is this slander that I'm hearing? You are a Christian. You are not supposed to lie.
There's a difference between joking
Oh, he's not.
and lying, my guy.
As always, Rhino is outnumbered by the Christians. We'll get you eventually, Rhino. We'll get you eventually.
I'm going to back up OcNo on this one. When grilled salmon came out, I saw the jealousy flare up in Gleeman's eyes.
Oh my god!
That's so funny.
I saw him look at it covetously.
Had a shrine, I think, too. Took a bunch of pictures and was like, "I need more. I crave the grilled salmon."
I made cameos specifically with my character grimacing because of grilled salmon. Thank you.
The only person in the entire series who's like logically like, this is a disgusting creature.
What a monster!
And I was right.
Funny.
Elon Muskrat was amazing, though.
Oh, dude, yes, man. Oh my gosh, what a great play of names.
So,
all that to say, go and subscribe to Occultist Notitia.
Yes, please do. This shit is amazing.
If you guys haven't subscribed to any of these three people, you guys are missing out.
As always, we'll have a link to the guest's YouTube channel down in the description below, so you'll be able to find that there. As for today, we are going to be going over a Jake Monroe video. I have not watched much Jake Monroe in the past. Rhino has... I've seen that. I've seen just short clips of him saying incredibly base things, which I would not expect from his appearance at all.
Yeah, the first time I saw him, I was like, "What's this weird goth clown thing doing?" And then he started like talking about like feminism's like a disease. I'm like, okay, I like this guy. It's like talk about judging a book by its cover.
Well, there is actually a pretty good reason for that. When you think of what Goth is, which is a spin-off of punk from the 60s and 70s, it turned into Goth in the 80s. You think about the guys dressed in black, the Edward Scissorhands style goths who were standing in the corner listening to Depeche Mode. It was counterculture, right?
Yeah.
So what was counterculture at the time was being very much liberal. Whereas him being a modern goth, the far left is the modern culture. So him being a current goth growing up in this modern culture and kind of seeing the way things going, the culture that he's counter to is the far left. Whereas his parents, if they were in sort of the same wheelhouse, would have been anti-Republican.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's flipped.
That's true. That's like Green Day. Someone said you guys are supposed to be punk. You guys are not punk anymore because they're like doing podcasts, just like horrible politics takes. Like it's just like, it's funny.
Rage for the Machine.
Yeah, Rage for the Machine. Yeah, at least that guy went and moved to a different country and actually like went against the system,
That's actually a perfect example, OcNo.
So this video, Rhino suggested this one. It's called the quote goth girl situation. Then the thumbnail says fake goth on it. So I think we're going to end up learning about Jake Monroe's definition of goth here.
Yes, which he is very loud and public about. And for those who are not familiar, this lady right here is the enemy to modern goth. This is Pinky Chew, who you may know from the Tectone lawsuit.
I don't know. It's just she just pretty much a whore masquerading as a goth.
Yes,
I would
and
assume
there was
so.
also some, for legal reasons, I can't say what she did because I'm pretty sure it could fall back on us, but there were some claims made that were not entirely true from her.
Which, I mean, I don't know. It's
For
silly.
legal reasons, my opinions, but I very much disbelieve what she claimed was happening, especially because it was on video. Are we ready to begin?
Go
Sure, let's
right
give it a
ahead.
start.
There was nothing we could have done to prepare for this except for everyone being me. There was literally no one in the
What?
goth space years ago calling these women out except me. Okay. I was the one doing this. You go into any online goth forum and you say my name, they start vomiting. Okay. They hate me.
Okay. I'm going to pause it right there for a quick. He is 100% correct there. The modern goth, for lack of a better word, really does hate this man with a passion, especially the older ones who grew up with the far left bent. He is their boogeyman. They see him in the big red trench coat, and he might as well be Voldemort. They can't say his name.
Anybody nowadays who stands for truth whatsoever is a boogeyman to people. It's kind of funny to watch that.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, when your entire ideology is built on nothing but falsehoods and lies, truth is the thing that can very easily topple it and make it crumble.
Yeah.
So when you have to protect that ideology at all costs, then yeah, you can't accept that truth even exists.
Yeah.
He sent me a video he wants me to react to. He says, "We're not friends anymore if you don't react to this." So watch this. Drake jump scare.
Like silly. Yeah. Absolutely. By the way, you can look me if you silly.
Okay.
Can I say something though?
Absolutely.
I do have a question. When did we allow Drake to come back into the United States? Didn't he have a whole grooming issue that he was doing? He got caught about and then left the country because he was caught and he didn't want to deal with the court cases, and then he hid in his apartment until it calmed down. Right, remember when the Epstein stuff really blew up, and then people were oh yeah, he's a groomer and he was doing it to Millie Bobby Brown and all that weird stuff. When did we allow him to come back in the United States? Or is he just strictly Canada? Because I could see him being in Canada because I don't really.
I know he is Canadian, but I also think he's one of those people who's just kind of accidentally famous. Nobody hears Drake and thinks, "Oh yeah, that's fire." He just happens to be famous. He's like a Kardashian, you know?
Well, the whole song when he came out, "Start from the Bottom, Now We're Here," I always laughed at because I was homeboy was a childhood actor, very well off. Yeah, from Degrassi. It's you didn't start from the bottom, bro. You started from a wheelchair. Now you're there. I don't know, but I'm surprised that he's back. It's just someone I didn't expect to see.
I'm going to be honest. I think I'm just entirely too white to really know anything about Drake. I have no knowledge.
Don't worry.
I didn't even know that was Drake on the screen.
Drake was too white to know any knowledge about himself as well, because he's one of those people.
The only thing I know about Drake is Another One. And I never knew the context of that.
That's DJ Khaled. That's DJ Khaled, bro.
This is how much I'm not in the loop.
There we go.
That's so funny.
For those at home, what Gleeman is trying to say is they all look alike.
Gleeman didn't out himself either as a racist or as a super, super white guy. So it's one of the two. So
why one of the two? Could be both.
Could be both. You know what?
But that's the thing. I'm not even looking at the screen. All I know is their reputations, and all of their reputations are pretty much the same to me. So
you're not entirely wrong. I can see how some of them, especially the hype men and the B people, blur together. If you don't follow rap music, DJ Khaled and Lil Jon, you're not going to know the difference. Might as well throw Drake in there.
Lil Jon's an American icon. DJ Khaled's really some fat Miami dude who's just rich off of saying another one.
If you don't follow it, you're not going to know the difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so.
So wait, does Drake do rap? Is that what he does?
Allegedly.
He's like supposed to be a rapper, but in reality, like, so the whole lore behind him, which annoyed me when he first came out, was Lil Wayne found him. And Lil Wayne went to prison for a while, and kind of Drake came up sounding just like Lil Wayne in his like first albums. And I don't know if he was like supposed to be like a replacement while Lil Wayne was like in prison for a while. But he sounded just like him. And then when Lil Wayne got back out, he started doing his own like pop kind of rap stuff, and um, just nothing to add to the positivity of the culture, just to add more to like the rape culture of like rap and like, just all that stupid stuff. So
See,
that's what
Lil
rap
Wayne,
culture
Lil
needs.
Jon, Drake, like all these names, I'm like, yeah, I think I've heard of them. They all mix together for me. I know that Lil Jon seems to be the exception, but it's Lil Wayne, Lil Jon. If I don't know who's who, then they're both Lil. So
Lil Wayne, I think you actually like him because he's extremely based.
Yes,
He's
yes. And
from Louisiana, and a lot of people like listen to him. They think, oh, like he's a hardcore like thug rapper who like hates white people and like goes with the rap narrative. He is a thug. Like the dude's hardcore. But he like hates the whole racist, stupid stuff against white people. He's like, a white dude saved my life. He's like, why would I hate white people? Like, dude's really based. Like, if you listen to him,
I think I've
like,
seen that clip of him. Okay, I know who Lil Wayne is. Yeah. He's cool.
yeah, Lil Wayne's really cool.
My white ass just Googled Little Wayne.
Oh,
I
it's
didn't realize it
LIL.
was Lil.
L-I-L.
Jeez, where's the littlest Wayne? He's like the Wayans brothers pops up. Like, oh, did you mean the comedian?
Oh,
all
come
right,
on.
we ready?
Sorry,
Yeah.
side tangent. My bad.
Totally fine. Side
Good.
tangents
It's
is
what
kind
we
of
do.
it's our brand here. That's what we do the whole time.
Is there?
Now I'm gonna like test it.
Okay. What do we? Just give me like one.
I'm assuming
yeah.
the black square
Yeah.
is because she's
Yes,
so
way too
provocatively
much.
dressed.
Her breasticles are out.
Yes.
Fatherless behavior.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, they're covered in about 50 pounds of makeup. That is not her natural skin tone.
What
She
are you
is
talking
Mexican.
about? What are you
She
talking
is
about?
very
Look at me
Mexican.
and look at her, bro. We have the same complexion. Like I don't know why you have to discriminate about like her being her color. Like Jake Monroe's clearly the same as me, bro. Like,
That is true. You two could be brothers.
bro.
And he's
All
got
right,
that
now
nice-
I'm gonna make a goth image and I'm gonna like tag you guys in it.
Do it.
I'm gonna be like, all right,
I've
dude,
already made one of you a while back.
of a goth version of me.
Yes, holding the balloon.
Oh, dude, no, I'm going like hard goth. I'm doing like the black like lipstick. I'm gonna like Jake Monroe goth it, like dark
Good God.
bags
You do
under
the
my
Edgar
eyes.
haircut too.
No hair. I'll make the laurel wreath black. How about that?
Instead of the black X on the cheek, you could do a black cross.
Oh, jeez.
I gotta say, it's not an aesthetic that really calls out to me. I'm not a big fan of like the goth aesthetic. But even beyond that, the idea of getting up to like put that much makeup on and stuff, dude, I'm too lazy for that. I could never.
It's just foundation. It's nothing crazy. It probably takes him like maybe 10 minutes total. The little X on his cheek is cute though.
This is not an everyday thing in reality.
Yeah,
I guess
it's
I'm
just
not sure
when
how
he gets on
often he
camera.
actually does his show.
He streams like pretty much daily. I've followed Jake Monroe pretty frequently as of late. I've been too busy, but yeah, he's very, very consistent. He's worth a watch. I think, like, honestly, if you sat down, you just had him as the background noise, you'd probably like him.
Although seeing him on the street without the makeup, it's like, whoa.
Very different person.
He's very Giga Chad almost looking, because the extreme square face and just his a natural, real appearance.
His outfits are
Gleeman, did you
out
say
of
you
fucking
did see
control.
him? without makeup?
Yeah.
Are there images of him
he's
around without makeup?
Here, I'll throw
he'll
one in the
go
side chat.
on live streams when he's going on the streets for like protests and stuff, and he's without makeup.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. When you
He
see him,
doesn't
you're
hide
gonna. He's like definitely like the guy who like was in a like hardcore band and just didn't make it, and now he's like it's funny. It's funny because like I grew up kind of around like the hardcore scene, and especially like with music, and a lot of those guys have become like based conservative Christians. So it's like going from that to, you know, like, oh, I used to do drugs and drink all the time. It's like, yeah, I'm super hardcore Christian and want to do the Crusades again. It's like, yeah, I like this. It's funny.
One of these is definitely better than the other. I'm
Yeah.
not even a Christian, and I think the second one's definitely better.
Well, become a Christian, bro. That's all you need to do.
Hey,
Well,
listen, I don't have to be a Christian to go
switch
on
the
crusade.
podcast
I can
to
back it up.
proselytize towards Rhino.
That's what I'm saying. We keep having Christians on where we outnumber Rhino 3 Christians to him.
That's all you got to do. Eventually just turn him into
Okay.
like a closeted Protestant, and then he'll slowly like out himself. Like he's like, I'm coming out. And it's like, oh, that's so brave as a Christian. People are gonna be like, no.
No, what's going to happen is he's going to rebel and he's going to be like, I'm coming out as a Catholic.
Oh, geez.
Just to spite you Protestants.
Oh yeah, there you go. Well, hey, if you find Jesus, man, like
That's what matters to me, yeah.
Yeah, Jesus.
I think I should go like if I'm going to go though, I'm going to rebel all the way. I'm going to come out as a Quaker.
You just joined the Amish. You're like, no, we're going Mennonite, my guy.
Yeah.
You know, the Amish don't have to deal with a lot of problems that we have in society today.
That is very
No, they
true.
do not.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't worried about COVID.
Yeah,
They
because
don't.
it didn't. That's another.
They
They
don't
were
have
big-
to worry about the fake goth women either.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
It's been okay. So it's been a meme online for like as long as I've been on the internet. The like big titty goth girlfriend, right? Like that's been
Yes.
something that's been talked about for forever. I can absolutely see someone like Jake Monroe who's actually into the goth, not just as an aesthetic, but as like the mindset and the like counterculture, being really annoyed by people essentially co-opting what's the word appropriating his culture.
right.
Would
Being
you
the
guys
fake
like to know
goth.
something? A
No,
goth
I would
person,
like to
like
go to know nothing. Sorry,
Jake
go
Monroe,
ahead.
being in a room by himself with a bunch of normal people is fine. The most insufferable thing that you could do is put Jake Monroe, a goth, with another goth. They do not do well
It
in
would be
pairs.
fun.
They do not do well in groups. Goth women and goth guys do not mesh together. Goth guys and other goth guys don't mesh together. It is like inherent in it that they have to hang out like outside of that circle. South Park actually nailed it. The goth kids that hung outside of the school listening to Depeche Mode dancing,
Mhm.
they couldn't stand to be around each other and they were all insufferable. They have to be isolated from each other. And actual goth women are the same way. They also don't look like Pinky Chew or OK Bunny or any of them either.
I mean, essentially, being a goth is being the like I wouldn't say ultimate loner, but pretty far up there. And loners, it's kind of in the name that you are alone.
I mean, you don't have to be totally isolated, but just the personality clash of like 5 goths in a room is awful to be around.
Just highly independent people. So
It's interesting that like the goth aesthetic is associated with highly independent, but it's people that choose to be highly independent by all making the same decisions about how they look. Maybe that's why they don't get along, is because they adopt the goth style to be independent, and when there's a bunch of others that are the same way as them, all of a sudden they're not independent, they're part of a group.
Yeah.
I don't know. I genuinely know basically nothing about the goth subculture, so I'm just learning and spitballing here. But interesting. Shall we continue?
Yes, sir.
I think it was Asmongold, maybe Tectone. One of those guys. They had a very good take about this, obviously inspired by the recent release of the Odyssey. These women, they are harpies. Okay? What are they called? Succubi? They're succubi. They are a problem for one, but they are an inherent red flag. There is not a single healthy thing that develops from being associated with these women. They'll have the voices, they'll have the. And for a weak man like Drake, that's plenty enough. And then once they get their claws in you,
Interesting. I would say Siren would be the one that comes from the Odyssey. Having the famous siren song, which lures sailors into the waters to drown. So I think that would be a little bit more apropos.
Edgar Allan Poe, yeah, he was a goth.
Nailed it first try. 10 out of 10.
He's not wrong though about these women, and
Yeah.
not just people that dress in goth aesthetic, but if you're walking around in that kind of provocative clothing at all, like you're. I think OcNo's the one that said it earlier. She's just a whore. That's
Yes, very much so. This one,
like,
I can't speak for the others, but this one in particular, yes.
Well, it's really sad because like here's my whole thing. If you base like these females off of what they are today, I think one of the saddest interviews I saw was a dude going on the street and said he's just asking people, just generally like asking guys and girls, like, what's it feel like to be old? Like how does it like honestly feel? Like if you could tell like somebody young like me. And they got to a woman, and I've known this for a long time, but to watch it actually come out of her mouth was just like it was extremely sad, and it was sobering to listen to. She said, "I'm invisible." She's like, "Men don't look at me. They don't treat me the same way. They don't like want to buy me stuff. They don't approach me. They don't hold the door open for me. I just go through my life where people don't even look at me, and it's a day to day." And she's like, "I'm not pretty anymore. You know, I've been married for years." And I'm the first thing I thought of is like, wow, she finally knows what it's like to be treated like a guy, because this is what guys,
that was
we go through every day. It's just like we're invisible. We're just going through our day to day life. But like the thing that is kind of crazy is like, I'm not saying that she based her personality and her world like view as like a woman who probably was pretty, but for her to say that's like, okay, she probably had some great detail of like beauty at one point to be like treated the way she is now, and to realize, oh, I don't look good anymore. I have nothing. And that's the majority of these chicks. Like this chick is probably going to go through her life trying to do and carouse as like, oh, I'm this funny, flirty, emotionally unstable woman who only has looks. She's going to get to like 30 like Pokemon, and this is where it comes down to it. Like if you're around like if you're like under 40 and you don't have kids, not because of medical issues, but if you don't have kids because like you're just like, oh, I don't want kids, I want my career, I want this. It's like, okay, I get it. Like I'm not talking about like trauma or the scenario. I'm talking about the majority generalization of like females nowadays of what they've chosen of
I
the
think
career
we might need
path.
to block off. There's some rumbling going on the left there for when we put up the recording.
Oh, right.
Oh, is there
The
something
chat.
on there?
Yeah, the chat.
Oh, gotcha.
Kind of go a little racy.
Oh
We
yeah,
are shooting harder.
you could just put a black box on top of it.
Yeah, I'll put a black box over that. That's fine.
But like
Thanks for the shout out.
That's the thing with like these females. Like by the time they get there, they're gonna have like this emotionally like unstable thing, and then they're gonna like start blaming men for like their issues because of accountability for women. I don't care. Like it's It's a problem. Like I try to instill that in my daughter, like because I'm like, if you're gonna do something, you need to understand that you're guilty of doing it. Like I don't care like what you think. Like I'm not gonna have you raised without you being like accountable for like your crap. Because I've noticed in a lot of women that accountability is not there. And like this chick's gonna get to Pokemon's age. And she's like, what? She's probably like 22 or something, probably running an OF, whatever she's doing. But she's going to eventually get to like 30, 32, and she's not going to have a boyfriend because nobody wants to be with a whore. She's going to blame all men, and then she's not going to have kids, and it's just going to get bad. And then she's going to be invisible by 40. And this is the common avenue that a lot of chicks are going, and it sucks, dude. And Drake's the same way. He's the invisible female. Has gotten to be like 45 without kids. And now he's not pretty no more. He only's got that money. So he's only going to attract these types of girls.
They're spent.
That's the thing. When people tell women not to go down this path, when especially like fathers are telling their daughters not to dress promiscuously, not to be a whore, it's not because they're just trying to take away their daughter's fun. It's like they're preventing them from ruining their own lives. Because that's what this does. It does end in disaster for the woman.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's also biblical, like not listening. Like, if she's not going to listen, she's going to go down to her own folly, kind of thing. So it's up to the user. It's like, hey, don't go that way. Okay, yeah, sure, whatever, bud. And it's like jumps off a cliff, and it's like, dummy.
Well, and not to go all biblical on this, but like the Ten Commandments, they're not just arbitrary. There's a reason why God said that honor your father and mother, and your days will be long upon this earth.
Yeah.
I mean, that tracks. Best case scenario that she has is she cleans up her act, finds a husband, gets married. I mean, the worst case scenario for this girl is she turns like 30, 35 with a kid out of wedlock. Which doesn't sound like a big deal in modern society, but I mean,
it is a big deal.
You're ruining your life and that kid's life.
It's like it's the whole black culture kind of thing of like, oh, there's only, like the single mother issue. It's like the lack of masculinity in a child's life is what's ruining society. Like 100%. Like people send their kids to school. It's run by women. Everybody's like, oh, it's toxic masculinity. No, it's toxic feminine culture. It's this toxic like things of like boys are acting more emotional. There's no stoicism because women are like, oh, you need to be more in tune with your emotions. It's like, bro, we don't have a vag for a reason, and we're not supposed to have that certain subject of like hormonal like output like you guys do. Like I'm not saying there's anything unhealthy about like being emotionally stable and crying every once in a while, but like to like center your emotions and can mimic a female mentality it's what has caused our society to completely just degrade to what it is nowadays, is just this toxic women culture.
Men are supposed to be the cornerstone, and for that, they have to be the stable ones. They have to be the tough ones. They have to be the ones that can weather the storm around them.
Yeah. And if your foundation... Sorry, go ahead.
Modern society tells men to express their emotions, but they literally only mean sadness when they say that.
Yeah, they ostracize guys for having the other emotions. Like, and
if you're angry, which is predominant in men, if you express anger, they're like, it's toxic. No, that's toxic.
Yeah,
oh no, you are an abuser because you express that you are angry.
Like this is why the
aggression
whole like
is the best emotion.
Yeah, aggression's great, and look at what it does for modern society.
It makes you competitive. It makes you look at other people and want to outperform them. It makes you a protector. Channeled aggression is one of the best things you can have.
Yes. Controlled aggression is something that is a good promotion of.
Well, yeah, there's nothing things. Moral about being weak. You're not choosing to be a good man by being weak. You choose to be a good man by being strong and choosing to not be violent despite your strength, like choosing to channel it properly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the whole, if your foundation's based, like this is the healthiest thing that I've always found. Like it's foundations based on God, family foundations based on man who's based on God, woman's foundation is based on man who's based on God, children's foundation is based on mom who's based on dad who's based on God. Like it's a hierarchy. Like humans are definitely designed to have that monarchy kind of ingrained into us.
I agree.
Let's
Did
continue.
he continue? All right.
On a game over. You can save her? No, you can't. There's nothing to save. Nothing there. She is a vacuous, empty husk of an individual who's
Tell us how you really hate his name.
is
I would disagree. Like, there's always hope. There's always a chance. I wouldn't say this one or any individual is worthless, and so to have the mentality of there's nothing left there, then the one without hope is you who's saying that.
Yeah, I think that statement probably came from a place of emotion and anger. I don't think I like honestly saying that about a human being is kind of like a not based take.
Yeah.
It might be hyperbole as well. I don't think he means that this person is like worthless to the point of deserving to die.
I've,
But
It
I've
was-
listened. I've listened to him, and he does say stuff like that consistently. I mean, the same way
just
he's talking
saying-
about her is the same way I've seen him talk about like Muslims and stuff. Like, so it's like I think he may have the generalization grouping kind of into other people, and you know I could be 100% wrong. I can't read his mind, but the way that he talks, that's a consistent factor of like his speech.
okay, so you think he means, if not literally, he means
Yeah,
that, like,
I think he's hopeless because like if you listen like where he lives in the UK now. His life has kind of gotten torn apart by these leftoids. He probably has this like anger inside of him about these people of they're not worth rescuing. They're kind of just a plague to society, which is like it's understandable that he's that way. I don't know how Christian he is, but like when it comes down to it, like if your anger is going to bleed through in your speech and it's going to kind of reveal your true nature, you know what I mean? So
that's fair. But at least he could say it's honest.
yeah, it's honest. I kind of agree with Gleeman. I don't think anyone's far from redemption. So
I will say he was
other than
he
one
was
group of
I think
reacting.
people.
some are harder than others.
I only have one group of people who is unredeemable in my eyes, and I think everybody would agree with it. But I'm not going to bring it up because I feel like it would be a huge long tangent that we'd all go on.
That's not to say.
I
Just
mean,
talk about
you
he
that.
was
are on the
reacting.
podcast for that, so
Yeah, I
That's
know, but
true.
I got a couple minutes. I'm gonna stay a little bit longer, but just because I had to get up and help Junior with getting in bed. But yeah, no, this one would probably be like a 4-hour tangent we would all talk about. So
Gotcha.
I'll bring it up at
Maybe
another
next.
time if I come back on. Yeah.
Yeah, next time you're on,
Mhm.
we'll make sure to. If next time you're on, we can adjust our schedule to find a time that works better.
Oh no,
where
no, no,
there's
no. You're
more
good.
time
You're good.
available.
No, I'm not. I don't want to interject in you guys' time. It's okay. So
no, you're good. We basically just landed on this time because it was kind of just easier. But
Yeah.
like for me, like my schedule is pretty open in the mornings. I don't know about everybody else.
Unless it's
Have
like
no life.
unless it's 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, typically. No, I'm pretty packed in the like early mornings.
Gotcha.
So back to the video real quick. Jake was responding to someone in his chat who was saying that they could save her. Right? Someone was saying I could save her.
That's a
I think
joke,
that he's.
though.
I know it's a joke,
Okay,
but I think he's right to say that person can't save her. Right? Like,
that's
I
the
can't
whole
save her.
thing,
We
though.
can't
Like
save her.
I can fix her. Like,
Going in with the mentality of I'm going to hop into a relationship with her, and in the relationship I can fix her. That is the wrong mentality to have. That never works.
Most definitely. it's just not going to end well.
I get that was kind of a joke, but him saying that you can't save her, I think that's accurate. They can't save her. We can't save her. I do think that there is, as a Christian, I believe that there is uh, the possibility of salvation for her, but it's not. There's nothing I'm gonna do that's gonna lead that about. Um, that's up to the man upstairs and
Yeah.
her.
Well, and it's more than like I think salvation of her soul would help in the other areas, of course, but there's also the salvation of, let's say, her personality and her like social salvation, her
Baby steps,
mental
Gleeman,
salvation.
baby steps. This is not a person who's prepared for that.
Oh, I think that if we started with her soul, then the others would follow.
You know, it's funny because I fully endorse the kind of lifestyle that this person is pretending to have. But when I look at it, I don't see it as authentic. Like, that's the big red flag to me, is because I've worn the trip pants, I've worn the boots, the big docks, fishnets under my shirts, black on black. But there is just something about this that it's just inauthentic and it's highly performative. And I think any kindness that she gets like received, it'll just be performative as well.
Well, you can tell by her body language that she is performing for Drake here. She's being very flirtatious. She's leaning forward to accentuate her assets.
that
What
mean?
is this show that
What does that mean?
Sorry,
What do you mean, Gleeman?
What?
You said she's what? She's leaning forward to what? Show her
To
assets.
accentuate her assets. Yes.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
To show off her boobs and butts. Is that
Well,
what
you said that she's showing off her assets. I mean, she's sitting on her assets right now. I'm just kidding. I'll see myself out now.
He's letting him know
Okay, so
about her
I don't know
401k.
what this video is that Jake Monroe is actually reacting to. I know, like, obviously I can see the image, but there's flower petals on the table. It seems to be some sort of like date situation. It's like intended for them to be
Yeah.
having a romantic encounter of some kind, right? So it doesn't seem off that she would be trying to be flirtatious in that circumstance. That doesn't necessarily trigger to me, ooh, big red flag, a person on a date is being flirtatious with the person they're dating.
Well, it's how are you being flirtatious? If you're being flirtatious with your body, like the way she's dressed and how she's sitting in particular, she's trying to use her body pretty much the most as her flirting, her manner of flirting, which shows you her priorities.
Well, given her accusations, that tracks.
Shall we continue?
Shall we continue?
Indeed.
Jinx?
Opportunistic predation. I want you to instead imagine these women looking like ugly hags, okay? I want you to imagine the spell has lifted, and instead they're disgusting. Wart-covered, leather-skinned hags. You would, without the allure of the spell, see their actions, way they operate, things they do to survive. You would see them as shallow and reprehensible. You would see them as manipulative, conceited, selfish, greedy individuals without the aesthetic of big, bouncy, stupid, and a playful personality. You would find that they're incredibly shallow. I mean, the fact that this know-nothing woman is
I find that they're incredibly shallow. I don't need to pretend that that they look differently than they do. I already see all of that.
Well, those of the unmarried heterosexual bent would probably see the
That species.
beauty.
I guess that's fair.
What's that like?
Some people are
The
single.
observable straight human being who lives in probably Connecticut.
I've been married for 10 years now. I sometimes forget that what it was like to be single. Man, being married is the best.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. As someone who is single but not attracted to women, I don't have the same. It's not the same luster to me or allure.
we'll find you a good girl. We're gonna take you to a different country though. We're gonna go down to like Taiwan. There's something in the food there that just makes people like straight.
It's gonna straighten you right out.
You're gonna find a hot little Taiwanese chica. You're just gonna marry that girl and have like 6 babies with her.
That's like so far away from my type, but
It's not.
You go
Trust
ahead and
me.
try.
You don't know it yet, but she's gonna rock your world, my guy. When be like, oh no, I'm on kid 4. It's Tuesday.
Anyway, not about me. I was just saying that because I don't have the rose-colored glasses on my eyes, then I can see straight through this woman, and that's like I don't need to imagine those things. But I would imagine that the people that he's talking to are straight males who are in search of a woman, and her beauty would have that allure.
Yeah, I would guess
she's kind of got the horror allure though, my guy. Like watching her do her stuff is just like it's like cry for desperation. It's just like it's like everything about it is just like icky. Like you ever been to like one of those concert venues that just has like the graffiti all over the wall and like toilets haven't been cleaned in a long time, and there's like some potential like drug needles, and they're not like diabetic needles, they're definitely drug needles, and you don't know what was used with them. There's like no toilet paper left. That is the like vibe she gives. Like it's just like ugh.
Yeah.
I would agree with you. I might offer that a majority of men, maybe not an overwhelming majority, but at least above 50% of men aren't as discerning as you or I.
Oh no, I think any guy who takes a shower would be like gross. Nah, something about that girl's not for me.
As someone who is both straight, single, and unmarried, let me be the first to say I wouldn't fuck her with a stolen dick.
Probably because you'd get tetanus, dude. She'd bite your bottom lip, and that'd be it. He'd be in like a coma.
Oh,
I'm pretty forgiving for other people's lifestyles, but nah, you can miss me on that one.
Dang, bro. Oh man. Jeez. The highest insults go to that female. That's crazy.
I stand corrected, I guess.
Man, he put her on a pedestal of like disgusting filth and insults is great. And someone insert emotional damage meme right there.
Pedestal of Filth sounds like an awesome band name.
Pedestal of Filth.
Good God.
Jeez.
There's your next video, OcNo.
We're an indie pop.
Pedestal of Filth
millennial
would be a
band.
great metal song.
Pedestal of Filth. Come see us. We've got we're going to be in Tennessee and Chattanooga on a whiskey tour. You just think that they're going to be metal, but they're definitely not. They're indie folk.
Jesus.
Clarence plays the banjo. Check this Pedestal of Filth solo out.
Oh, goodness.
Got someone playing the spoons. It's great.
It's Rick. He's like 60 years old. Makes a mean moonshine.
Oh, I gotta do that. That's on my list of things to do. Legally,
Moonshine?
of course. Mm-hmm.
Moonshine's pretty good, actually.
I'd say if you weren't in your location, you were a little closer to me, I could get you some. But
Oh, I could get you moonshine easy.
Yeah.
Shit, I might make a big thing and a road trip to y'all.
Don't
Sharing your life.
don't get the stuff that will make you go blind. Get the stuff that's like from
No,
like the
no,
hill,
God, no.
them hills of them mountain people, the mountain folk. Trade them a jar of peaches and they'll give you the words of wisdom and some wonderful moonshine.
Actually, Branson Landing has a great moonshine place. Amazing flavors. I still need to try their dill pickle flavor.
Dill pickle moonshine?
Yep.
That sounds excellent.
That sounds
Brother,
so
it
bad.
sounds disgusting.
Are you kidding
No,
me?
I
That
beg to
sounds
differ.
like the worst thing.
It's like, yeah, that's like white girl, like martini stuff right there.
Mm.
I beg your pardon.
That's like, bro, that's like I'm gonna put this in my Bloody Mary on Sunday morning for brunch, and then I'm
No,
not gonna get up from this table for 3 hours because I can't feel my legs because of the amount of pickle moonshine I just had.
Dude, I drink pickle juice straight from the jar. So
That's
Same.
different. That's different,
Right
but
here.
it's
I'm
full of
with you.
electrolytes. You guys may want to go get your water intake a little bit up because you may be craving electrolytes. No, I'm not joking. Now they give it to people who have heat stroke.
Yeah.
Like if you
It's the
like
salt.
yeah,
oh, I
ton
have
of
plenty of
electrolytes.
electrolytes, so I'm good. I just like the taste.
Blech. Pickles are gross all around.
I need you to watch your language.
Pickles are gross all around.
Once
And
again,
yet
I'm
my
gonna
wife
need
loves them and she keeps pickling things. We have so many
it's not,
jars
buddy.
of
It's not your wife.
pickled
It's the
stuff.
majority of the world loves pickles. Okay, there's like you're like a 1%er. You're like Jeff Bezos of hating pickles. Okay, there's not a lot of people out there who hate pickles.
No, what's gross is mushrooms. Mushrooms are gross.
Also incorrect.
Yeah, mushrooms are delicious.
I
No,
agree
no,
with
they're
Gleeman
not.
on this one.
Good stuff.
Basically,
Mushroom.
What
pickles
are
and
you?
mushrooms are
What
the
are you
two things.
talking
That's
about,
about it.
dude?
That's the two
Oh my
things that I
gosh,
just really can't do.
I don't understand, like, as an adult, how people can be picky about the food that they eat. It's like it blows me
Poor
away.
upbringing.
Like, huh?
Poor
Hmm?
upbringing.
Oh my gosh. I guess it was a poor person thing. It's like you're gonna eat what you have, or you ain't getting nothing. You're gonna eat that pickled cucumber.
Oh, I ate mushrooms growing up. They always made me sick.
Really?
Every time. Yeah, stomach ache every time.
That's
Horrible
different
bathroom.
though, because you may be allergic then.
So I just avoid them entirely. My mom never really realized, and so I ate them. I was forced to eat them up through being in adulthood and moving out. Now I'm like, I'm not eating them. I don't want it.
Yeah, that you may
Nice
actually have
stuffed
an allergy,
portobello.
dude.
Yeah, it
Stuffed
sounds like you have an
portobello with the
allergy.
breadcrumbs at the top.
Yeah,
Amazing.
those are delicious.
For me, I will qualify. It's not the taste; it's the texture. I just hate the texture of mushrooms.
See, the problem with disliking mushrooms, like I recognize that it sucks that I just like them and that they give me stomach issues. I wish that I loved them. My wife loves them. We have all sorts of mushrooms that grow on our property up here in Alaska, and my wife loves going around foraging and collecting mushrooms. She's been dehydrating mushrooms all week long. So there's like all this abundance of food. If only I could just eat it, but I can't.
Her
Woe
hard
is
work
me.
is wasted on you, Teddy.
I think
Wasted.
you need to go get checked out, see if you're allergic to mushrooms, to be quite honest with you.
Like a nice hen of the woods. Absolutely.
I would just like to point out that OcNo, this is how far we have deviated from the subject.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. We're still on subject.
We were talking about horror women and
And
and their
yeah,
attractiveness, and now we're talking about
yes, this is
Good
the
women and their
problem.
love of mushrooms.
This is the problem, though. Like, if you can't track with this conversation, then I mean, like, this is probably not the best place to be for the listener. You know, it's like if
Yeah.
now people who have that heightened intelligence, that high IQ, they can track with us, but it's okay. It's not for everyone. Intelligence is just honestly not for everyone. Like me. Like, this is why I talk about weird, like, pickle mushroom situations.
I'm pressing the button.
Yes, go ahead.
Sitting in front of renowned pop star like Drake in the first place is indicative of that. What's her talent? I'm implying that Drake's talented, but what's her talent? What's she done? She sold millions of records. She broken world records. Is she running an incredible business like Bezos? She responsible for maintaining websites millions of people use? She a philanthropist? She developed technology that has changed lives of poor people everywhere. Her appearance here at the table with Drake is just a long series, manipulation after manipulation after manipulation that led her here. Every single man she's ever come in contact with that was responsible and the authority to put her in this seat is seduced. This is why they say
Little
women live
pushback.
life with peace and
Little
love.
pushback on him, on
Mhm.
on Jake there. He was listing all sorts of accomplishments that, like, did she do this? Did she do that? Truth is, that's not what guys are looking for.
Yeah,
Most guys
I
are
don't.
not looking for women that
Yeah.
are like highly successful in their careers.
I don't hold that standard on any woman. I don't think that they need to be in that field. I think that's like breaking those kind of grounds and pushing forward and trying to build a career, trying to establish yourself is a guy's job. And like taking care of the family, it's not like a woman's job is not that. It is like to hold that over a woman's kind of like retarded. But
Right.
That's true. I don't
I would.
expect a woman to. I'm
Yeah.
not mad if they do. Like, nobody looks at Marie Curie and is like, oh, she should have never been there in the first place, you know?
Yeah. It's like, is
I'm
she
not saying they
nurturing? Is
can't.
she caring? Is she loving? Is she kind? Is she going to make a good wife? You know, is she going to be a good mother to kids? That's like the thing to look at. Not like, oh, you know, does she go to the gym? Is she taking testosterone? Is she like, you know, projecting Elon Musk like Mars adventures and stuff? It's nah.
Yeah, I would say that it is the man's job to bring the accomplishments to the table, and it's the woman's job to bring, well, job. Uh, it's for the woman to bring the values, her values, and the personality, the mindset to the table. One that appeals to the man.
I think I'm a little more progressive than you guys when it comes to this because, like, the idea of a woman being a, you know, mother, wife, etc., as well as insert thing here is not necessarily a bad thing. I just think that the
Which
titles
holds
that they're
priority, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. That's where I'm getting. I think it's just right now societally, we're girl bossing a little too close to the sun, and the titles that men don't necessarily care about taking precedence. But
Well, and
I
to
don't
be a
have an issue with them
well-rounded
doing all of those things.
to be a well-rounded human, you would need all of these things anyway. It's just what is brought as the priority to the table when looking for a romantic partner. The man holds certain priorities, and the woman holds certain priorities. A man can have a wonderful personality and seem like to check all the boxes, but if he's homeless and doesn't seem to be looking for a job, then how far down the line are you saying that he goes for the woman? Probably to the bottom.
Yeah, but I don't think the same is true in reverse. If a girl is nice to you and works at McDonald's and is just the sweetest thing ever, you're not going to give a shit.
Well,
Yeah, but that's
that's
the
what I
difference
mean.
between men are more romantic.
So
if
you would
you're a
flip
guy
it.
at McDonald's, yeah.
So in the woman's case, you would flip it. She is the highest earner, and she is absolutely athletic, and she is a go-getter. But her personality is absolutely caustic and
Then she's a man.
acidic.
Actually,
Pretty
she's probably
much.
worse than a man because a
She
man
would
know how to
be
carry
what we would
a
call a bitch.
Yeah.
Probably a bunch
A-
of ducks inside of a costume disguised as a woman trying to just take over society.
and succeeding.
Yeah.
But in
Unfortunate.
but in those roles, as I put out, like you see that there are priorities for
Yeah.
the genders. So
I wouldn't automatically reject a woman for being in one of those positions, though, or having that
absolutely
in
not.
addition, if you get what
But
I
the
mean.
priority is her personality. The priority are her
Yeah, wife and
values.
mother definitely top. I think that's top of the list. At least I
And
personally
on
would think so.
that note, I do have to get going.
I was just going to ask if where you were at time wise.
Yeah.
OcNo, thank you so much for joining us, even though you
Yeah,
weren't able
thanks
to
for
stay
letting me
for the
be
full
here, guys.
time.
I appreciate
Really
it. I know
appreciate
it's
it.
been a goofy kind of conversation with me, kind of pulling you guys somewhere else, especially the ducks when
Dude, it's so
It's what we
body
do
costume.
anyway.
it's so
So,
fun to have you on and have you around.
yeah.
I really enjoy having you here.
Yeah, for sure, guys. I really appreciate you bringing me on. But let me know next time when we can do this, and I'll definitely love to come back.
Indeed.
So if you guys will let me on, so don't gatekeep
Sure.
this from me. No, just playing.
As long as you tell no more lies.
No more lies. What are you talking about? You said you want more grilled salmon?
Oh
Dude,
God.
now
I
that
just
you're in
heard
the
it.
Discord, it'll be a lot easier to get you on.
That's facts.
No,
You're not wrong.
before you go, tell people where they can find you.
I don't personally want to dox myself and my location. It's the East Coast, but I mean, if you find me, don't approach me. I'm awkward and I start foaming at the mouth. May lick you
Where can they find you on the internet?
on the internet.
Yes.
I have a couple dating profiles. Don't tell my wife. You can find me on Craigslist. I usually Facebook
Dating
Marketplace.
profile on Craigslist is wild. That is absurd.
You
Yeah, I
do
go
come from
for
the harder side.
I go for the cave dwellers on like really going deep in there for those Walmart and people or whatever it is, people at Walmart. So
We'll
I
have
like
a
the
link to his YouTube down below.
yeah. You can find me on X, YouTube, Twitch, Kick. It's OcNo or Occultus No Tissue. It's nothing crazy. So
If you're on Twitch, how often do you stream?
like honestly, I stream around this time. I've been so caught up in 3 projects consistently that it's been I've been extremely busy for the past like 3-4 weeks now. So it's been nonstop for me. So and then I've got on top of that, like I've got actually this week I'm pretty booked up. I've got a couple of streams I'm going to be doing with some people, and then next week I'm going to be doing some more stuff. So it's I'm staying busy, but
Sounds like it.
good.
Awesome.
One of those projects is an anime that you're making, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's oh gosh, yeah, that's another project. That one's kind of been well. There's some
You
stuff
sound
that
so
we
excited about it.
no. It's doing great. It's one of those things where I feel bad because of like delayed it. We've had some like business dealings. Like we're picking up really well. And we've had some business dealings that we've been doing. So unfortunately, it's been back burner because we're not getting paid for the anime, but we are potentially getting paid for like real business stuff. So it's like it's exciting in that aspect, but it's kind of also failing the viewers. So we're trying
There's a
to
little hack going on.
yeah, we're trying to balance it out, and hopefully, when we get the second one out, we may be we'll see what happens, but we've been trying to get like dealings with different things, and we have been getting approached by different businesses to do different stuff. So like I said, anything that takes precedence right now is to like alleviate the financial restraint that we all have from kind of how expensive AI is. So if we can alleviate the costs, it allows us to get better production out. So we've been trying to prioritize getting money and monetization and then pushing the anime because it'll make it a lot easier for us. So it's
Gotcha.
yeah, so a lot of fun inner workings.
Well, congrats on the paid work. I feel like that's a big step. That's super cool.
Thank you, man. So it's been fun. Always truly blessed by God, man. So
Absolutely.
You really are. You have so much good stuff going on that you are definitely a blessed individual.
yeah, man. Every day I wake up, I'm blessed, man. I gotta remember that because like it's never promised, you know. So gotta
God is
thank God
good
every day, all the time.
all the
So,
time.
all the time. So,
Oh, you didn't
but
finish it. You
what?
did not grow up in a youth group, did you?
No, why?
God is good all the time. All the time, God is good.
Yeah,
The call or
agreed.
response.
Agreed. God's good all the time. All the time, God's good.
See,
The
but I
Manchurian
was
candidate.
doing that, but you, you didn't finish it.
Oh, that probably made you feel awful. I hate like the OCD moments where you're like, please say something back, and it doesn't happen. Sorry about that.
No,
So
you're
Gleeman
good.
we'll try
I
it again.
just found it
God is
funny.
good. God is good
All the time.
all the time. God is good.
God is good.
All
Yeah.
right, there we go. I hope I did it right on that one. Sorry. So, all right. Well, I appreciate
All
you
right.
guys. You guys are awesome. Glad I could hang out with you guys for a little bit, and hope to do it again soon.
Have a good
Yeah,
night, OcNo.
absolutely.
All
You have a
right,
good
that'll
night.
be good.
Take care, brother.
God
Peace.
bless. Funny guy.
Okay, so we're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good.
Whatever the fuck you want. Women are also grifters as well, by the way. You understand that the current meta for women is hot, dominant goth chicks. That's the current meta, okay? Actually left
Where?
my subculture and is now a mainstream phenomenon.
What was that, Gleeman?
I was asking where.
Honestly, I
Where
think he's right on that. Like all around, like that is what people want. That's what people think is like appealing, but I don't think they know they want
Like
the goth girls, like
this
the
is
real goth girls. They don't know
widespread.
what they're getting.
the
Yeah, it's a
the
popular
hot
thing.
dominant goth girl desire?
So I don't know
I think
about
it's
the dominant
especially
part.
well. I think the dominant is especially in certain communities. I guess communities that people would refer to as incel, but not necessarily. Not actually like a big fan of the term incel. Um,
Yeah,
but
it's
in
kind of like
communities where men have tried putting themselves out there and failed, and they kind of feel like uh they're feel like losers, or feel like they can't get a woman, they can't get a girlfriend. Having a woman who comes up and dominantly uh approaches you, someone that comes and like puts themselves out there to get you, is I think there is a call for that. There is a desire for that amongst those men.
I think it's just that they want a woman who's aggressively interested in them, but really don't get that often nowadays. It's a
I mean, I don't even know if
woman with
that's
that
a
mentality
nowadays
will
thing.
get. They tend not to last long on the open market.
Like maintaining this is, married man coming out of me, but like maintaining that um, desire for each other and stuff takes work, and it takes time, and sometimes
Mhm.
husbands and wives don't have the what is the what's the term that you just used, aggressively into you. What did you say? What was the terminology you
Oh,
used?
like I don't even remember what I said, but yeah, like someone being like aggressive in their pursuit of you, I guess would be
Right.
the I don't remember the term I used, but that was the
And
meaning.
yeah. So I think you said aggressively interested in you.
Yeah.
And like I'm very interested in my wife, but and her in me. But that's something that fluctuates over time in amount, and it's something that we have to like consciously um be choosing to go after. So the
Absolutely.
expectation, I think it's kind of a fantasy to have fantasy in the terms of not something that's real, to or probable, I guess, to meet a girl and the girl just to instantly be really interested in you, and that's something that will maintain for a long time, because that's just not the way that it works.
No, and I don't think in like modern relationships, really any relationship, but especially nowadays, people have like too much in their head that it's going to be head over heels the entire time.
Right.
And that tends to fade very quickly. Like, that like they call it the honeymoon phase,
Yeah.
where it's like you're months together and then everything just kind of
The
levels out.
romance of it all.
Yeah. That's what people are after. But as soon as that like dopamine hit runs off and everything normalizes, they just start looking for it again. And then they just split up when you were in a perfectly fine relationship beforehand.
Well, and interestingly enough, like while I'm not straight, one of the like straight relationships in fiction, I guess, that I very much admire is the relationship between oh, I forget their names, but it's the dad in The Fiddler on the Roof and his wife.
Oh, I do not
Um,
remember. I haven't seen that in years and years.
there is a song in Fiddler on the Roof that I absolutely adore, because it is the basis for which I kind of apply love. Uh, in that the song is called "Do You Love Me," and it's the man asking his wife of 25 years if she loves him, because they had an arranged marriage. And she's telling him that he's silly. She's telling him that why does this matter after all this time? And she goes into, for 25 years, I've cared for you. I've fed you. I've clothed you. I've taken care of you when you're sick. And he's like, yes, but do you love me? And she just pauses and she says, after 25 years, I think I do. And
Yeah,
it's
just fair.
not, and it's not that romantic, oh, I'm head over heels in adoration of you, but it's 25 years of sticking together through thick and thin, understanding each other, and knowing that both of you are in this together for the rest of your lives. You're committed to the relationship. That is love.
That's what love used to be. It's not what it is anymore.
So this is where I
Oh,
would go back to our truth talk,
Oh
Rhino,
gosh. Okay.
and say
let's,
the truth is immutable, and therefore the truth of love is something that has been lost to us, but it has not
okay.
changed.
Allow me to rephrase. That is what was lost to the modern dating scene. That kind of
It should
mentality was
be
what it
regained.
used to be. Yes. I'm not even going to argue with you on that, Gleeman. It is not worth the bickering. Just sure.
I'm just sitting here rolling
Uh,
my eyes like, okay, here we go again.
I had to. It was right there.
I saw it coming too. As soon as I heard Rhino say it, I saw it coming. I was hoping you didn't. I
Oh,
should have known better. I
I
know.
would take it. Shall we
are we
continue?
ready to keep going?
Sure.
Goth chicks, That was like a niche thing for quite some time. Used to be a fetish. Used to be a very niche preference. And now it's the meta. It's the preferred type of that men go after. Big. You have Chads at the club in Ibiza being like, where's the big goth chicks? You should not know about these things. They should not know such old magic. But these women know this. This is originally why I got to the position that I'm in right now, because these women piss me off. They are a direct detriment to the perception of goth. Not the only one.
Okay, he just said something very important there that I really hope he expands on. But he said they are a direct detriment to the perception of goth.
Mm-hmm.
And I really hope he expands on this because I agree wholeheartedly. Basically, their very existence makes goth in and of itself less of what it originally is. It's not counterculture with people like this around. It's they want it to be mainstream and they want it to be cool, which it is, but it's cool for not the reasons that people think it is.
Well, as
Like,
we were pointing out, part of being goth is that um, heavy independence. Maybe
yes,
not to the point of actually being loners, but um, a very independent mind from the culture itself. Whereas with these goth girls, their whole brand is meant to bring them into the culture. That's why they are doing it. It's the antithesis of what he would deem to be goth.
Well, and
so
something that he said earlier is he referred to them as grifters, and I think that's absolutely true. That these people aren't
yeah,
really even a part of the goth culture. They're just
no, they're
wearing
very much not.
Yep, they're just signaling that they are as an attempt to gain popularity.
Really, it's an attempt to hijack it. Like this guy here is wearing probably thrifted clothes. I mean, I'm sure he has money. These may not be thrifted, and he may just actually have these very nice clothes. Most people who dress like this, they go to thrift stores and they just kind of piece outfits together.
God, I wish
You
I could
might
go to
have
thrift stores.
Alaska don't have very many of them, I bet.
Well, it's not even that. There's plenty around. It's my whole life. I'm 6'4". It is impossible to find
Oh,
clothes.
true.
Like nobody that's my size thrifts their clothes. They wear it until it goes out completely. So
Oh yeah,
it's
that's
almost
fair.
impossible to find anything in my size.
I forget that you were a giant.
Yep.
There's a reason why I go with the bear moniker. The the bear imagery is accurate.
I am fairly surprised at how many tall people are in our tier. Like, there's a
Not
lot
me.
of tall people online.
I am a short king at best, midget at worst.
Well, I'm 5'8", so
I'm I'm 6'4" and I married a very short woman.
Lucky.
Her her her, her driver's license says 5 foot, and that's because they rounded up.
oh my goodness.
Jesus.
So we are the polar opposites when it comes to our
It's
sizes.
fine.
But in a lot of ways, it's great because even though she doesn't know what it's like to be tall, but she's very aware of what it's like to have things not be the appropriate size for her. So
Ah,
there's
okay.
we're able to relate in a lot of ways. I go on a plane and I have the problem that my knees are scrunched up against the seat in front of me. I have no space for my legs. She has the problem where her feet don't touch the ground, they dangle, and it causes her to lose circulation and her legs to fall asleep. It's not exactly the same, but it's close enough that we have an understanding with each other and it works
There's a
great.
relatability there.
Absolutely.
She should totally, like, I've done this on planes myself, is just sits cross-legged on the seat.
She does sometimes. Um, she tries to get the window seat because there's normally a little ledge on the side of the plane that she can put her foot on.
Mhm.
The great thing about her being so small, though, is that, like I said, I don't have much room. I can invade her leg space with my legs, and it's more comfortable for me.
Yeah, let me borrow some of that real quick. Slide in. Jesus.
Gotcha. But
Probably do. Probably
to
just
my
invade
original,
her.
but yeah, to my original statement, like a lot of the guys that I watch on in the YouTube sphere, Disparu, Nerdrotic, as heel versus babyface, Mauler, all of them are above 6 foot tall. All of them.
Babyface is over 6 foot tall. I never would have guessed that.
Yes. Yes, he is.
You know, he's a big guy, but I wasn't sure tall wise how large he was.
It's because of how he situates the camera. It's the same thing with Disparu.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought Disparu either.
Yeah, Disparu is like the tallest of them all. It's weird.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard like I hear them talking about the meetups, and everyone is surprised at just how tall he is.
So, according to a quick Google search, me being 6'4" puts me in the top 1.1% of American men with height. I never realized
Yeah,
that we're that uncommon at 6'4".
Yes.
I feel like I hear people
Yeah.
talking about being 6'4" all the time.
No.
No.
Although we'll say it may actually be location based because my ex Chelsea, when we first got together, I'm 5'7". She was shocked that she thought the average height of guys was right around the 6 foot mark because her family's tall. Most of the guys in the area she's from is tall. From the mountains in Virginia, they're just tall and lean around there. I was like, no, I'm pretty close to average height.
Yeah,
It took a
it's
little convincing.
above 6 feet for men. I'm I'm fairly certain that it's right around like the 20 percentile
Yeah,
for
more
above
than
six
five
foot.
sounds about right.
I'm about to Google the average height of men in America just to find out right where it's at.
I think it's
But
5'9".
I was gonna say I'm gonna take a guess before Googling it.
I,
I was gonna say
I've
5'8" is
seen
my guess.
It's
I've
5'8",
seen between
5'9".
5'6" and 5'9", depending on who's doing it.
I mean, if you
Yeah. So
include, oh, go ahead.
sorry, the result that I see is 5'9".
Yeah, yeah.
Still a short king.
It's okay. Nothing
It's
against a short
literally
king.
not. It's not. It's not a short king. Oh my goodness. It's the average height. That means not short. Good
Oh, I
lord.
meant me. I'm below average.
Oh,
5'7".
okay.
Yeah, because Rhino said that he was
No,
5'7". That's what I was referring to also.
just a
I
little
So
guy.
I just get irritated when people go, "Oh yeah, the average height, short king." It's not.
No, it's average for a reason. You can see how that would upset you.
It's
It's
like
like
the words have
definitionally
meaning.
strict as you are.
Anyway,
I would guess that you're within a standard deviation of the average, though, at 5'7". I'm not sure what the standard
If I knew
deviation
what
of
that meant,
height
I'd
is.
agree with you.
It's approximately 3 inches. So yeah,
Yeah, that's
standard
reasonable.
deviation means give or take 3 inches from
I'm just,
5'9".
I was exaggerating on that one.
yeah. Standard deviation is it's in statistics. It's essentially um, if the average is
It's
so
like
using
one
this as an
set off,
example,
right?
you have an average of 5'9", and a standard deviation of 3 inches means I can't remember the exact amount, but a certain amount of those people amount of the sample size will fall within 3 inches of that
Your margin for error.
average.
Pretty much, yeah.
But you can
Margin of
also
error.
have, but that's because men range basically from like at the very lowest end, the like huge outliers. Lowest is like 5 foot up through like 7'5" or something. Those are like the extreme outliers, right? So anywhere in there is men. If you had men that ranged in height from 1 foot up to 12 feet, then the standard deviation would be much wider. It would be, you might have a 4
Bigger
or 5
spread.
in, or like an 8-inch standard deviation or something. So yeah, standard deviation is just a measure of how clustered your
Average is.
Yeah, your bell curve is.
Variance is what's coming to mind, right?
Hmm?
Like variance, when you
Yeah.
calculate things, your how much you would vary, like within your reasonable set.
Well, variance doesn't necessarily determine the bell curve, though. It just determines how wide the sample pool is.
Anyways, got a little deeper into statistics talk than I expected. Not that I'm against it. It's been a while since I brushed
And he
up on
is a
my statistics. This
mathologist.
is good. Uh, I I do like math. Math is good. Um, Math is truth. Um,
Mathematical.
I mean,
And
I don't remember
I
what we were talking about. Should we continue?
Yes, I will press play.
two things that are up goth, okay? And it ain't me. One is Antifa. Smelly, spotty, free, pain
Based.
using, weak boned. You see, insisting that subcultures are about them, even though it wasn't made by them or maintained by them.
He's not wrong. They try to assimilate into everything, take it over, and ruin it. And Antifa is, ironically, they call themselves anti-fascist, but they use fascist tactics to try to control you and whatever group you're in.
It's very
Oh,
common.
yeah.
The Ministry of Truth was not
Yep.
about truth. Anti-fascists are not about being against fascism. They're against other people being fascist because they want to be the fascists.
Yes.
Similar to many people that are like defund the police people. It's not that they don't want police; they want to be the police.
Be the police, yes.
Yeah.
They are really big into squashing wrongthink, and if you disagree with them at all, your thinking is wrong. You are exactly what they want to get rid of.
It's almost like
Too bad.
everyone should be reading 1984 and realize just how much the left used
Yeah.
the exact tactics that book warned against.
Well, not
Yeah.
only 1984, but Brave New World as well.
I can't
Because
speak on that one. I haven't read it.
you should. It would enlighten you as to why I am so against modern cinema these days. Is it inherently is very close, or if not very close, but exactly what Aldous Huxley described as the feelies.
While feeling no substance. Is that what he was getting at?
Yep. The audience is meant to have essentially their dopamine hit of emotions and then leave the theater without experiencing anything other than those emotions. And it was essentially a way to couch them for a couple of hours, and they do nothing. They
I
absorb
definitely,
nothing.
I definitely get the feelies from modern Hollywood. The feely is disgust. I don't
Well,
like modern Hollywood.
This is peanuts.
If you look at the audience reviews of some of the modern movies, like James Cameron's Avatar is very much a feelies movie. No substance to it whatsoever, but audiences flock to it because they can feel things in the movie and then leave the movie with a good feeling. But you ask them what the experience was afterwards, like what actually happened, what were the characters, what was the lesson learned, and they could barely describe anything. I thought it was good. I felt good.
What made you
Compare
feel is
that to
more
some things that are actually good, like
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Amazing movie.
I have not
I
seen
don't
it.
know why, but that's the first thing that popped up when you were talking about like people who can't quote something back at you. That movie like has you leaning into your seat as you watch it because you just can't figure out what's going on, but you're watching this couple just fall apart at the seams.
Yeah, that one's with Jim
Jim
Carrey.
Carrey, yes.
Yeah. I know of it, and I know that he got an Oscar for that performance, right?
I have no idea. I do not follow who does and doesn't get Oscars.
Or
But
maybe he was only not nominated.
it's an amazing movie, and you don't even realize it's a sci-fi movie until like 3/4 of the way through it. That sounds funny, but it's like genuinely true. Like they hide the sci-fi elements really well,
Hmm.
and then like between halfway and 3/4 of the way through, you're like, oh yeah, that's right. This is a movie about memory loss and forgetting people. Oh yeah,
Right.
it just sucks you in, you know.
Hmm. Oh,
Amazing
absolutely.
movie.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one. I haven't seen it. I mean, I'm familiar with it as in I know it's been referenced in like pop culture and stuff, but I've never
Hmm.
actually seen it myself. Uh, Good Will Hunting. That was the one that I was trying to think of the name of.
Oh,
One of my
yes.
all-time favorite movies. Wonderful
Absolutely.
movie.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
I It's one of those movies that I wish that I could forget the movie. Like if I wish I had technology that allowed me to erase my memory of the movie from my mind so that I can watch it again for the first time.
Yeah, the just getting to the scene where it's not your fault. Uh, mm. To experience that for the first time again,
That hits
mm,
so hard.
yes,
The the monologue on the bench is also
yes,
really strong. The whole
absolutely.
story of the troubled genius who, I don't know, the whole thing is great. It's genuinely good. And I'm not even one that's really I'd be one of the last people to be like, yeah, you should go to therapy. Like I don't even really believe that much in uh modern therapy for men. Um
I'm with you.
Well, and it's funny
Nope.
because even in the movie, it's not your typical therapy session that he's having. There, it's not like, oh, to show your emotions and whatnot. It's we're going to talk about your issues, and
To the point.
yeah, it's very much to the point. It's like, hey, you're fucking up.
It's almost
And
like women make bad therapists or something. The therapist was a man, correct?
yeah,
yeah, it
it's
was Robin
Robin
Williams.
Williams.
That's what I thought.
And like the emotional climax of the movie isn't Robin Williams like trying to get Matt Damon's character to feel anything. It's Robin Williams addressing the issue that has come about, and he's figured out the issue essentially, and he attacks it head on. And Matt Damon's character is resisting, and that's what makes it so powerful. Is every time that he says it's not your fault, you're seeing every single wall that Matt Damon's character has come down because he's trying to fight that thought. Oh, that's such a good movie.
It's so good. I'm gonna have to go watch it again sometime soon. I'm glad it's Gleeman approved.
It very much is. Oh, I love that movie so much.
I know it's good. I just have not seen it in such a cartoonishly long time. I was probably a teenager last time I seen it.
I think it's worth a rewatch. It's really good. It's one of the movies. It's a movie that I don't think would be made today.
No, absolutely not.
Partially because of the crassness, partially because of the excellent writing. The like writing how people actually are. Like near the beginning, it throws you for a loop to watch it if you are used to watching modern media, because it's like guys sitting around talking and like laughing at each other in believable ways, and like
And it's an intelligent,
yeah,
like a lot of times it's him being an intelligent guy, and he's allowed to be arrogant about it. He's allowed to be a bastard about it. And then there's his relationship with his girlfriend. I don't think that would go over very well in modern filmmaking.
oh no, the scene where he is she asks him to move across the country with him, and he's saying no, and he's getting upset, and ends up like all of the truth about himself starts coming out, that he's an orphan and that he was abused, but he's like angry, and essentially he doesn't ever physically touch her, but the way that he aggressively moves towards her, backing her up against the wall to the point where he's pounding on the wall as he's angrily yelling, that would immediately get him marked as an abuser. And yeah, I'm not saying
what
that
do
he
you
was
do?
he was right in doing it, but I'm saying that today the HR would say, nope, you cannot do that. You're not going to put that in the movie.
No director would have the balls to do that today.
Which is a shame, because sometimes you do have to take that extra step and just be like, yeah, people react this way. People lose control. People freak out. People go over the top.
Oh yeah, like like that's probably what makes Good Will Hunting uh, top tier as far as cinema goes, because it's depicting the very real scenarios. Like as Teddy said, guys just being guys. It's a very intelligent young man who knows he's intelligent, and is arrogant, who a little bit of pompous in there, and very sure of himself. That kind of
But also
protagonist.
fiercely loyal to his friends, and like he's not a one-dimensional character in any sense of the imagination, so
Oh
that would
yeah,
alone would get him thrown out of Hollywood these days, because two dimensions are too hard to keep track of.
That's true.
that and protagonists who are very actively masculine, like he's portrayed, but also a very good character. He's a good guy. He's like Teddy said, he's very loyal. He adores his girlfriend, and uh, he actually comes to very much appreciate his male mentor as well. So you have the good
Theory
traits
made it,
and
they
the
would
bad
make him
traits.
because the only masculine people allowed in Hollywood right now are women.
Yep.
Well, I was actually going to say something similar where um, the scene where I was talking about earlier, where he's getting upset and like pounding on the walls, um, and his girlfriend is saying that she loves him and she just wants to love him. Um, that wouldn't be allowed. Instead, the role of Minnie Driver would be played by a transsexual black person who was better without him all along, anyways, who is now empowered to break away from the uh, toxic masculinity that he was putting into her life. So, you know.
So, genuinely, it sounds like a weird question to ask, but while we're talking about this and like how they're afraid to do things, like take a second and think about this seriously. When was the last time you watched a movie where a man hit a woman? And not like it was an equal fight, not like it was, like Black Widow fighting the bad guys or they were implied to be equal somehow. Like, when was the last time that you saw a dude in a movie raise a hand and just slap the shit out of a woman? Like, I'm not even saying that, like, it was understandable. Like, obviously, probably the bad guy in this scenario. But when was the last time that you've seen that on screen?
I honestly
Been
don't
quite a
know.
while.
I mean, I'm having to go back, and I'm fairly certain it happens in Fight Club.
Yeah, I think
So
there is.
early odds.
I fairly recently rewatched Forrest Gump, and it happens in Forrest Gump where a guy slaps Jenny.
So early 90s for you.
Like, Dave
I mean, that was
Girlboss.
fairly recently since I've seen that. Yes, when was the last time I've seen a movie? Which,
Well,
like,
I think
within the last couple of months. I don't know if there's been anything since then that I've since that came out. There
well,
probably has.
I'm thinking the Heart of Rhino. What Rhino was talking about was a film that's come out, been released recently that would have that. And the most recent that I can think of was early aughts with I think Fight Club as
They've girl
him
boss
hit.
so hard that they can't even bring themselves to do the bad thing and show it as a bad thing. Like, now they have to be equal. You know what I mean? Or they just pretend it doesn't exist at all, and you really can't make movies about that.
Well, or they have to imply it and they can't show it on screen. Like I remember a movie, I forget what it's called, but it's Adam Driver and what's her name? She plays Britta in Community. Um, but she and Adam Driver are in a movie where she gets an abortion and he gets angry. But he doesn't actually
Jillian
hit
Jacobs.
her. Yeah, yeah. Um, so Adam Driver's character gets angry because she had the abortion without his say so and never
Understandable.
considered. Yeah, and that was the whole thing. And interestingly enough, apparently the director um, made the movie with the intention of the woman being in the right, and she was trying
Failed
to
miserably.
show that men were unreasonable when it came to women and their health care, yada, yada, yada. But it had the complete opposite reaction from the audience. Everyone seemed to side with Adam Driver's character.
Yeah. Not the best take in the world.
Nope. But that's the only one recently, and that was within like the last 5 years, that I've seen where a man was visibly very upset, and I could see violence happening in that scene. I don't think they actually portrayed it, but it was getting to that level.
Right, I'm gonna hit play.
Okay.
Go for it.
We've tangented into other tangents.
Speaking of men hitting women.
Speaking of men hitting women, goth community.
Done nothing for it. The other thing that is a direct assault on alternative subculture, these women sought to exploit the subculture and the meta. A closer look here. Right. So note the lack of
Her
piercings
smugness.
and piercing scars.
Lack of piercings and piercing scars and tattoos. That's something that I've noticed about this chick and a lot of other, like, the quote unquote goth chicks. They do not look like the goth people from like the 90s and the early 2000s.
Because it's a costume and it's not
It
actually
is.
what they believe or that they're a part of. They put it on so
I
that
know,
they can make money from men.
I know the makeup's doing a lot of heavy lifting with this one, but this motherfucker has an eye on the center of his throat. Like, look at him, and then look at what's in the center of the screen.
Well, and also
Very different.
most goths would have the eyeshadow because they're wanting that gauntness. That it's the portrayal of death, essentially. And she does not have that. She's doing
No,
her utmost to avoid that.
the makeup is
While
very
yeah, it's very
right.
pretty. Like she's making the black accentuate her eyes and her mouth instead of being the dominant feature of the eyes and mouth, which is like what he has.
Yeah.
His eyes and mouth are like just blackness.
I don't even want to say she's wrong for doing it that way because there's nothing wrong with wanting to feel pretty, whether you're goth or not. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a girl and you want to do the pretty makeup, go ahead. I am not going to knock you for doing it.
But
But
Sure, but there's.
there
Go
is
ahead.
a haunting beauty in the goth look that can be had without this what would what's the term that veneer of goth.
this bitch, I'll go ahead and say, there is no way that this bitch knows who Bauhaus is. No fucking way in hell this bitch has ever heard of
Yeah.
Bauhaus. She's never
She's the
heard of
only
Depeche
one that
Mode.
doesn't know what that is. Definitely
Sorry.
not me.
Bauhaus is what you would think of as like traditional old school goth music. Depeche Mode, The Cure, stuff like that.
Okay, I recognize those names.
It's in that vein, but there's no way that she's sitting there listening to them in spare time, which, to be fair, I'll say it's a hot take, but it's a well-known take. Goth music sucks, and I think a lot of it sucks intentionally. Like The Cure, it's fine, but it kind of sucks. Bauhaus really sucks. Depeche Mode, it's neat, but it sucks. You know what I mean? Like,
You
music
don't
is
listen
kind of
to
dog
it
shit.
because it's good. You listen to it
Yes,
because it's different, because it's
yes, it's
anti-cultural.
interesting in its own way. She wouldn't know anything about that. She couldn't name. She like she couldn't sing along to Love Song. You know what I mean? There's no
I
way
mean,
she's
Not
gonna
gonna
get it.
write you a love song. Is
Wrong
that the
one,
love
but
song you were
okay.
talking about?
I mean, that would be she's a Taylor Swift. She's a Swiftie. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I'm not saying
Oh
that you have
gosh.
to be quote unquote goth, but my culture is not your costume, bitch. You know what I mean?
Right. And like me looking at her and saying, "Oh yeah, she's a Swiftie." Like that says everything.
You can be both, but at the same time, it's like, come on, let's have a little honesty. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with, dressing the way you want to dress and then, going out in a sundress. Cause believe me, I know plenty of like really goth girls, like some hardcore goths at it's all black, white face paint, the black lipstick one day, and then it's the sundress next. You don't have to be that way all the time.
Mhm.
But that is them being authentic because goth by itself, like the real ones, it's not pretty. It's not hot. It's not like it's over the top because this is pretty as hell. She is going out
Mhm.
of her way to be beautiful.
Mhm.
When you look at the 90s and 2000 goths, kind of wasn't that. Like it was a band t-shirt, some overly baggy pants that weren't flattering. Your hair was all fucked up. Your makeup was done, but it was like fucking cockeyed and it looked like you got slapped halfway through doing it. It was
Well, a lot
not a
of it
good
was
look for the women.
it was like intentionally going against the oh, it's getting late. Words are hard.
I,
Going against the norm for the beauty standards. Beauty standards. There it
Yeah.
is.
I
You
would
had other
say
ones.
psychologically, if you look at it, the goth aesthetic, you are essentially turning yourself into a corpse. Um, with the makeup and everything, you are going as pale as you possibly can and making the eyes and the mouth almost hollow. And the black aesthetic, and with the pale skin, you're those are very heavy death symbols.
By that
That
logic, they should all be going and getting that buccal fat removal. Get the
What
fat
went?
out of the buccal fat removal. Are you familiar with that?
No.
no,
Oh,
That word confused and scared me.
oh, oh God, I should pull up a picture. Um, Buccal fat removal is a cosmetic surgery where they remove the fat from the insides of your cheeks,
oh,
and
I
Okay.
figured
it
that's what it
happens
was.
a lot in Hollywood. It makes these Hollywood ladies look very gaunt, very like death.
Think Ariana
Um,
Grande and that other chick
ooh,
from the Wicked movie.
the two Skeletors,
Yes.
Skeletor and
If
Dark
you're
Skeletor.
if you're familiar with The Boys, the gal that played Starlight, I'm fairly
Oh
certain
yeah.
she went from a cute,
Yes, very
attractive
much.
young woman, and then she got a bunch of cosmetic surgery done, including buccal fat removal, and she looks like an alien.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know that's not
So
very nice. That's not very couth to say she looks like an alien, but it was such a bad.
She does. She was very pretty and she ruined herself.
They really did a number on her.
see, it doesn't have to be all that. That's I don't see why. I mean, I understand why because that is like the thing to do. You're rich and you're famous. In the same reason that like people do different things and dress different ways. You're like just trying to like accentuate yourself, or you're trying to dress how you feel or how you think you should look, not to the point of your own detriment.
I think that when it comes to especially the Hollywood ladies that go through with it, it's the promise that they will be able to retain the beauty of their youth. It's like they recognize that as they age, their beauty fades, and people are saying, "Hey, if you just let us cut you open a little bit, you'll stay beautiful forever, or at
And
least a little bit longer, and you can monopolize on that and make more money and be more successful in your career while doing
I'm gonna go
so."
ahead and say
well,
that promise
actually,
has been, not delivered very often.
well, and I would say it's not even the promise of like long-term gain. They are placed into the mindset of what is the current trend of beauty, and they have to chase it. And that's why it's every few years or even every few months they get something else done because the standard of beauty has changed within their sphere.
Like, fashion comes in cycles. You remember when God, it had to have been like in the last 10 years, parachute pants were making a comeback.
Yep.
Like, things always come in cycles. It only makes sense that like goth was, starting to get big in the 80s. Like that's when it first emerged, and then it got even bigger in like the late 80s, early 90s. It makes sense that this mess would be a bounce back. You think that this is going to change and you're going to have like scene girls? You remember scene? That's going to be the next big wave. If it does like follow trends that way.
I want
I
elephant
don't know what
jeans
scene is.
back.
What one?
Elephant
What?
jeans.
Yeah, I want elephant jeans back.
I have to look that up. What are elephant jeans?
Uh, think bell bottoms, but it's the entire leg.
Like the Jenkos? The Jenko jeans?
I don't know if the people can see that I am looking up elephant jeans right now.
We can.
We are. Yeah, we can see.
Okay, cool.
Just go to images. Yeah.
Okay, what of these fits elephant jeans?
So I would say, yeah, the second one in the results.
Here?
Hmm.
Okay, so like straight leg bell bottoms.
Yeah, it's kind of it's basically loose jeans, but taken to the nth degree.
Okay.
That was them Jenkos. Though I think the
We do
Jenkos
love a
were a
good set of Jenko.
little bit further than that example there was. Yeah.
Jenkos were weaponized bagginess.
I don't wear anything that baggy anymore, but I still refuse to wear skinny jeans. I cannot stand it. I do not like the idea of a man walking around in tight skinny jeans just like
I
feels
can't do it.
wrong.
Well,
They're too
I
thick.
literally cannot work skinny jeans at all. My ass is just too big. Um,
Gleeman got
but
that kick.
I do have that cake, and I'm very proud of my cake. But yeah, I don't even go for straight jeans. Even I go for loose, which is as close as I can get to like elephant jeans these days.
This winter, Teddy, I'm gonna get you a pair of trip pants. I'm gonna have them delivered to you. So you can have like some nice baggy trip pants, and you can wear the sweats underneath of them. You get that like second layer of warm air trapped in there. You know what I mean? You're gonna be living
Good.
large, my man. Let me tell you.
He's already hot all the time, isn't he? Aren't you, Penny?
I am, yes. But in the winter it gets down
Blasted
to
winter.
-30 outside, and sometimes I have to go outside to like work on the car or work on the engine for the snowblower. And so or go out and take care of the chickens or the ducks or whatever. So it's outdoor chores
Okay.
in the middle of winter wear
Okay, so
warm
sweats
clothing is
and
appropriate.
jeans would be good. Yeah, there you go.
Layers
Yep.
with bagginess between the layers is what keeps you warm. You want air to be trapped between the layers and your body heat to warm the air that separates it. It sounds
Air
weird, but
insulation.
yeah,
No,
I mean
that's
that's
the
how
principle of it.
blankets work.
Yep.
That's why
That's why
that is
laying
unironically why snow makes a very good insulator, because there's a lot of air trapped inside. That's how igloos
Yep.
work.
Yep.
all right, back to the sword.
back to the horror.
Now, for those of you who don't know, alternative subcultures, especially for the last 25 years, 30 years, have very much had piercings involved with the aesthetic. It's kind of like a look how dedicated I am to this. I'm all about the alternative lifestyle, the alternative subculture. I don't care about putting holes in my face. It's all about looking different, expressing myself. I've got scars all over my face from piercings I've had over the years. Take another look here. As we deduce how this chick is a grifter, is instead just exploiting the goth meta so that she can make a shit ton of money and sit in front of Drake. Notice the
Okay. While he's talking about piercings, let's play a game. Can you guess how many facial piercings I've had?
Ooh. How many
Oh.
you have had or currently have?
I currently do not have any. They're all gone. I have had quite a few.
Mm,
I'm gonna go with 7.
Ooh. Let me see.
That's a guess. That's a guess. But this is just to prove his point that it is like part of the culture.
I would go with 9, maybe 10.
Okay. You both overestimated quite a bit.
Okay.
The answer is 4. Ear, lip, nose, and eyebrow.
Okay, so I basically had doubled all of those. I was thinking 2 in each ear, and then 1 nose, and then like 2 eyebrow.
I said 7 because 7's a lucky number, so I just figured that's just a good place to start.
But it does kind of show the point that he is right. It is definitely like a part of being in this culture or subculture. Him being obviously more current than I am, even though I am still like tangentially associated with it. I dabble.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have any piercings,
We can
and I
change
am
that, Teddy.
about as far away from this subculture as you can get, so I think that makes sense.
lack of tattoos. Once again, tattoos being a very, very large, a very avid, a very prominent part of alternative subculture. Whether it's one small tattoo or full sleeves, depending on your age. Tattoos are also very much an indicator of someone dedicating their lives to just look, to expressing them, to doing away with societal expectations of exactly what you should look like with your beliefs, or just self-expression, kind of dedication you have to pursuing this alternative aesthetic. It's almost impossible to spend that much time in alternative subcultures without coming away with one lip piercing and perhaps a chest tattoo. This chick and many of these
That's
chicks
fair.
have none of these things. You know why? Because as soon as the goth chick meta bubble pops, it can make a swift exit without having any lingering effects that they have to get lasered off
Right.
or surgically
Yeah.
fixed. Whatever the next
And-
meta.
And I would say, like, one thing about like her specifically, like, notice how like he has gone for that death look of like the pale painting for his face. She very much still has a very healthy skin tone. to her. Like, it's paler for sure, but not corpseified. So she's still going for, I want to be attractive. I want to, it's the seducer, it's the siren of, I'm doing everything aesthetically that I can to portray myself as goth without committing to the actual goth thesis, if you
Being
will.
the point of no return.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
he has
the
a
pale,
neck tattoo up to his chin.
Mm-hmm.
you mentioned the paleness that, you know, she obviously has makeup making her face whiter, right? But
Mm-hmm.
it's more like geisha than it is like goth.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going for like you were saying, it's not going for that death aesthetic. It's going for that beauty aesthetic.
Absolutely. And I think geisha is a very good word, although it might be harming the, the term geisha, because there's some misconceptions as to what geishas actually do. But yeah, it's
Well, I'm
the
not saying that she is a geisha or that she's acting as one. I'm saying that they both goth and geisha go for the very white looking skin, though hers, in trying to appeal to a beauty standard, going for that white skin for beauty purposes, is more like a geisha than a goth, where
right.
goths do it for that other purpose.
The goth is looking to dissuade from being looked at in a sense, while the geisha is pulling attraction to her.
Which, I
You know,
mean,
I've seen. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead, brother.
I was just going to say it's interesting that you say that the goths are trying to dissuade attraction to them, because I've definitely seen some people online that were like full on very very goth in appearance, that did have the tattoos and the piercings and stuff, and then they were some ladies online that complain about men not finding them attractive or not like wanting to interact with them. And it's like, well, of course you have actively made choices to try to make yourself unattractive. I don't know if they just had this like delusion in their head, like, oh, the real man won't care. I'm gonna do everything I can to try and make myself as unattractive as possible, but the real one for me will see through it and will find me attractive anyways. It's like, and then complaining when they're not finding that man. I don't know. I don't know what the thought process is there, but I've seen that online where they're complaining about not being found attractive after making themselves unattractive.
Which
Like
is
a
not what
woman.
she's doing. She's wearing the
No.
outfit. It's like kind of like they have to block out her outfit because it's too slutty for their show. Wearing makeup is like demure and cute, where it looks like he just put fucking lipstick on his hand and bitch slapped himself. She's
I
wearing like
appreciate that they are blurring her out, by the way, or blocking off portions of her body. Um, my wife's asleep right now, but I would hate for her to wake up and come in and then me to have to explain why there's a half naked woman on my screen. You know, that's just like, it saves me a lot of trouble in the long run.
I would defend you, Teddy.
Thanks,
Say it's
Rhino.
not his fault, it's mine. I'm the whore here. She can bring the shame bell at me. Shame bells
and
a thing.
and you could always use me as a character witness of, oh, I didn't even realize that there were boobs.
Never noticed he's so chaste. I do like this one based individual here on the left. No prompting, no question, just emos are just gay goths. Which seems fair, really.
Oh God. All right. there's going to be a black box covering all of that. So for those people
Yes,
at
there
home,
is.
yeah, that was just a comment that was left on Jake's video.
We really need that black box there because this has
I've seen
Rumble, and
some.
Rumble.
Yep.
There's
Yeah.
words in there that we cannot show because YouTube is faking gay that way.
I agree.
Intrusive thought. I was. Never mind.
Don't say it, Gleeman. Fucking do it.
Don't do
Nope.
it.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
I'll give Tay the car horn sound effect.
These women are not goth, exploiting goth. This is what pisses me off about them. As soon as the meta is bubblegum cheerleader girls, you can expect to see this girl right here dancing around in pink with blonde hair, chewing gum. As soon as the next meta becomes
I don't doubt that at all,
Texan,
actually.
borderline.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes. It would have to be something where she can squeeze herself into a corset because she's actually kind of a pretty chubby Mexican girl. She
You
is
sure
not
she's
half.
Mexican?
Yes, very. She is some kind of like darker skinned Hispanic.
Makeup is voodoo.
It really is. When the first time I seen her without makeup on, I didn't believe it was her. Hold on,
What's her name again?
Kichu. I'm looking it up right now.
Pinky Chew without makeup.
These people are not her. That's her with makeup.
Mm.
That is her with makeup for the most part. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she's Asian and Hispanic because she looks Asian in this picture, although it's probably quite a bit of.
Although that face kind of frightens me.
I wonder if Photoshop is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. 'Cause I'm almost certain that I had seen that she was Hispanic or Hispanic mixed.
I
I've
mean,
seen photos of her
she's
where she
definitely
looks far more
thicker.
dark skinned.
When they were showing her the profile there, where how she was sitting and everything, she was definitely thicker, and she had the Hispanic hips.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if Photoshop is doing a lot of heavy lifting for her.
I don't know. I don't particularly care about how she looks.
Neither do I.
I mean, as in if she looks Hispanic or Asian, or if she has wide hips, narrow hips, whatever. I don't care.
I was only saying purely like on the physiological scale.
Yeah, what he said.
Sure, Rhino.
Hey, I'm doing pretty good not one hating here, okay? I'm doing excellent in that category, I think.
Racist chick. That's the new thing. That's what every guy wants. Yo, where's the rebel yell? Texas chicks. She'll be there.
That's going to be such a good meta when it gets like really cool to be racist again. That's the meta I'm here for.
Good grief.
I can get behind that.
Some people that is what they want. Some people want the racist chick.
These are also, obviously, I'm joking, by the way. The people listening, I am not actually a racist. Probably.
Like Daisy Duke. And as soon as the new meta becomes alt-right, racist, ethno-nationalist, he'll be there wearing the captain's cap, armband, swastika and nipple pasties, throwing up woman salutes. All of these things are the survival instincts of these types of women. It's the misplaced manipulation, emotional manipulation that women use to survive many, many years, many centuries, millennia. See, reason why I despise these kinds of women is because they lack any sort of sincerity. Because they lack any sense of sincerity, this aesthetic that they've adopted it has absolutely zero effect. Okay? You go into a Halloween costume store and you're like, I want to do Goth Jake Halloween costume this year. She's the one who's modeling the costume on the front in Spirit Halloween. She's Belle Delphine in Goth cosplay, essentially, yeah. This aesthetic does
Yeah,
nothing
it's.
for me whatsoever.
I mean, he's right. It's a costume. I was saying that earlier. She's just wearing a costume,
Yeah.
and I actually don't think there's anything wrong with wearing a costume. Just like I don't think there's anything wrong with on Halloween wearing a sombrero or whatever. That you had made the joke of earlier, like my culture is not your costume. I actually
Yeah.
think it's totally fine
wasn't
huh?
being literal.
Right.
Like,
But I am being literal in that I think it's totally fine to take people's culture and make a costume out of it. It's fine, but don't try and claim that that's what you are if it's just a costume.
yeah.
Exactly.
I can wear a sombrero. I'm not going to go and say that I am a Mexican.
Which is what
Well,
she's doing. She's saying, I am this thing because I
Exactly.
ever so slightly resemble what, honestly, it's almost like a watered down version of it. Like the grunge, as funny as that sounds, isn't there. Like the sloppiness, the like
yeah, she's
almost
too
the
put together for it.
depressive side of it, like the I'm ready to rip my own hair out look about it that a real traditional goth would have. She's totally missing that.
Yeah,
And
she's missing that macabre
Yeah.
air.
can I address Jake's look for a minute? I'm sorry.
Sure.
This might hurt the feelings of any watchers from across the pond. Um, but what is up with that hairstyle? It's not just a Jake thing. I've seen this like super short, almost
Bro,
bowl cut thing
that's
on.
the Edgar. You don't know about the Edgar?
I think it looks terrible. What the heck is it?
It's a very bad hairstyle.
I actually do think that is the name of the haircut. I'm not positive.
I
I'm
mean,
pretty
all
sure
you
that
have to
haircut is
do
Yes,
called
it
an
is. I
Edgar.
just googled it. Yeah,
all
it's
all
the
you have to
Edgar
do
style.
is shave like the top of the head, and you now have like an English monk.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. Um, yeah. Except like the examples of the Edgar that I'm seeing, the Edgar cut online, um, are longer than what he has. It's like more longer bangs in the front. It's like so far up there. It's like five heading yourself. And I've seen it in like videos of like younger people in the UK fairly regularly. I see this haircut and I'm just like, why? Who did that to you?
I don't know.
I don't understand it, and I just had to call it out because it's bothering me.
It might just be
Fair.
like a regional thing. Like it might be like a fad that's going through that we're not aware of because America.
I mean, I'm aware of it. I just don't like it.
We are
My hair
outside
is
the
long, so I can't
zeitgeist.
say much.
So,
My
quick
hair is long
question.
enough that if I brought my ponytail around, I could hit myself in the face with it.
So I'm thinking we probably don't have to watch the rest of this because it sounds like we've gotten the most of like the substantive arguments he's making, and the rest is him continuing to. Uh, I
He's
don't
just
want
going to
to.
probably talk about her
Yep.
being a fake goth and calling her a whore.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, I think we got the gist of this. He was he was told to react to this video, and he did, and he reacted with venom, and
As one does.
pretty pretty justified, I think. Uh, but yeah, I think we could probably wrap it up here. We've been at it for over 2 hours at this point.
Oh, a short one.
Yeah. I remember when we were aiming for an hour.
Yep, I remember that too.
Naivete.
We do
Maybe
like to
someday
talk.
we'll get back to that. All right. Any final thoughts then?
On this subject,
Yep.
find yourself a good, wholesome girl. And if you can't, go celibate.
Rhino?
I mean, these are OnlyFans girls, right? Like, that's what it is. They're just trying to sell their OnlyFans. They're going to sell their. Is it Fansly? Is that the other one?
Yeah.
Selling
Yeah.
themselves is what they're doing. Like
Prostitutes.
OcNo was saying earlier. I mean, these people aren't beyond saving, but I'm not going to be the one to do it personally. You know what I mean?
And
I'm
it
not
should
Captain
be
Save a Ho.
and it should be done outside of a romantic relationship first. You change them before establishing a romantic relationship. Otherwise, they'll just drag you in.
Yeah. I don't know.
You're not going to save her. She's
No.
got an army of simps that all think that they're going to be able to save her. You're not going to be any different if you add to that army.
Yep.
The one thing that I'm wondering, though, like just to give argument, if she like these outfits, right? Like dressing like this, because let's admit it is cute in its own right, and girls like cute things, but she had a different attitude about it. If the stuff that we know about Pinky Chew, like with the again, I can't say that thing that we all know happened with Tectone,
Yep.
if all of that stuff didn't happen and her attitude was completely different, would we have any problem with her saying that she is goth? 'Cause I'm wondering how much of her attitude is playing into him not liking it. If she was like, yeah, I like the lifestyle, I like the music, but I also like the outfits, and I'd rather look cute than put together than, you know, thrift store, which to be fair, his outfits, they are not fucking cheap. Like, I'm not saying
Right.
he's getting his stuff from the thrift store, but most goths do. Get the
I don't
But
know. To answer your question, I don't know. I think it would depend on a number of things. If she came out wearing this exact outfit as it is, I would still say she's dressing as a whore. It's not that she's like,
yeah.
I don't think that that is goth. But again, at the beginning, this is I am not knowledgeable on this subculture. I could be wrong, but
well,
I feel
and
like
how
that's
she
the.
dressed is how she sees herself. So, like, that's just part of it.
I feel like there's
Or
so
how she
much that
wants.
would change in your scenario of her liking goth, but doing it because it's cute and having a completely different mindset on it. Like I feel like it's really hard to say without actually seeing that person because that's a completely different person than what we're seeing here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I
I
ran over
can't
you,
fix her.
Gleeman. Please
I
continue.
can't fix her, but I can dress her.
Anyway, those were my thoughts. So yeah.
All right. Well, I think that does it for those of us here on Present Company Included. Thanks again for checking us out, for hanging out, listening to us yap. Uh,
Yep.
you can find our links in the description down below. And until next time, take it easy.
Bye.
Oodles.